Boom, boom, boom. Uh-oh! Footy Scoops in the six.
Yes, Mr. Najjah Calibur.
Yeah, we back on the couch, back at it again, bro.
This is it. Weekend recap. Listen, man. Oi, Footy Scoops. Happy New Year to you lot.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Yo, it's been a minute since we've been here, man. So
Yeah,
listen,
man.
definitely,
Happy New
man.
Year, man.
Blessings to everybody. I hope it's a quantum leap year for everybody
This
out
is it.
there. And we're going to keep this moving because a lot of stuff happened, a lot of things cooking, good and bad right now. You know what I mean? Good and bad. As we about
Something
to get...
went up in the kitchen.
Listen. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna fire the chef. I don't know what we're gonna get rid of. Switch up the ingredients. Some ingredients gone stale. Like sometimes it's the chef. I don't know. It's a whole set of things.
Listen, go
different
vegan.
circumstances. Listen. You know what I mean? But anyways, this is what it is. Match day 22 of 38.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna talk about the Premier League and all things involved in this crazy weekend of football
What a
action.
weekend.
I mean,
What a weekend of football.
storylines, right?
What a weekend of football.
Storylines. You know what I'm saying?
Let's kick it off with the kickoff, man.
Yeah, let's
Newcastle
go.
and Bournemouth. Newcastle looking to chase their own personal record of 10 matches, 10 wins in a row. You know what I mean? Again, we've talked about Newcastle, right?
Yep.
Newcastle, they got bought out by the group, so everyone's thinking they're going to splash the cash and go crazy. And credit to them, they have not. They've made some strategic buys, some mindful buys, right? But they've not gone berserk.
No, they have not
spending
gone.
money,
No,
right?
they haven't. I mean, they got they brought in Gordon from Everton.
Yes,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
obviously he's been an incredible addition for him.
Good
Tonali,
additions,
yeah,
right?
and what's his name? Tonali, what's the Italian fella there?
Yep, yes,
Yeah?
yes.
The man, the gambling man. Wait
Gambling
there.
man. they took a bet on
Yeah,
him.
they took a bet. He back in action with them and they looking good.
Yeah.
But that being said, I mean, we were expecting a lot more from him out the gates, and they started off very slow.
Absolutely.
Right?
Now, Eddie Howe's a good manager, but is he the person that's going to take Newcastle up to that next level? Personally, I think this is the last season. I think this is the last season because the way Newcastle have been running hot and cold this season, obviously they're chasing Champions League. They want to get into that space and then obviously start challenging at the top of the table as well, right?
Yeah.
That's not happened yet under Eddie Howe. Again, they run hot and cold and chasing again this 10-game win streak that they had, and they played some decent teams in there. You mean they beat some decent teams in that time, right? But they were not able to get it over the line. Was it the pressure of the 10 games? So now if you have these
hold on, pump the brakes. The man wants to say the man had to get fired because they didn't win 10 games in a row.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying are the players cranking under just that little bit of pressure of saying, okay, we can't even break that 10-game record? Because
Right.
if you're looking at chasing trophies and titles,
Right, Champions League.
yeah, a little
them
10-game
one
run
there.
that's nothing. You mean you have to be able to kind of get over that line. So Bournemouth comes to town and flipping.
I mean, and just no Cliver. Let's just call it a spit.
Hat-trick
No,
Cliver.
let's call it a
Hat-trick Cliver.
Hat-trick Cliver, your son did you proud, man.
Hat-trick
God.
Cliver.
Yo,
Hat-trick
man?
Cliver.
This
Yeah,
guy's
man.
just come into his own, man. Unbelievable.
Yes.
Going to working with a team, any team that could take you, basically.
Yes,
And
yes.
Bournemouth are doing a thing. I mean, it's amazing to see the Premier League. This is why we love the Premier League because anybody can get it on any given day. But just to go back to your point really quickly on how I don't think he's going to get gone at the end of the season. Only reason being, I don't think they've done their big splash yet. So I think they might wait and give him a little good chance with it. Possibly. That's the only thing I would possibly say. I would say, you know what? You want to loosen me before you even splash the cash. You know what I'm saying? And it all depends on where they finish in the league this year too, of course, naturally. But just as it is right now, and we also
If you're an owner,
Yeah.
right? Are you gonna splash big money? Are you gonna trust Eddie Howe with that big money? When there are managers, when there's other managers out there available right now, you mean Mourinho? when there's other managers out there available right now that can handle those big money buys.
Man, this guy just came with a mic drop one time. You see how it just shut me up one time? You know what I mean? I don't know what I could say to that. I mean, I would just say that, they've done pretty well under him, and, at the end of the day, I would have to say, you know what? That's a mic drop, man.
Yeah,
but before we switch on, I was a mic drop because I think they might. Me personally, I think they'll keep him longer. But based on that thinking, if I was them, I wouldn't want to keep him. I'd like to go get somebody and really do the thing. But before we move on, we'd be remiss if we did not talk about man like Isak. All right, I love this guy. You know what I'm saying? This guy from Sweden. 8 games in a row with goals. This guy's been on fire, man. Informed striker. I mean, his game is just eloquent, man. I love the way he plays the game. Wasn't able to score. He just broke his record. He just had 8 games. I think he's 4th now for the most games scored, consecutive games scored. Jamie Vardy, Van Nistelrooy, twice on there. But anyways, that streak is done. But yeah, that's it. Bournemouth came to town. Calibur came to town. 4-1 Newcastle.
Hat-trick Calibur.
Hat-trick Calibur. Yo, the third goal.
Yes.
You guys got to look at that third goal. For me, that's the goal of the goddamn, listen, that's the goal of the weekend right there for me. But we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll get to that one.
You can talk about yours, but for me, hat-trick Patrick, man. Yo, shout out to Calibur's son.
Yeah, man. So going into the second game now, West Ham and Crystal Palace. Obviously, like Graham Potter's over at West Ham now, but listen, Mateta said, listen, I don't business if you know what I mean? Yeah. If it's your party time. Yeah. Wait, Crystal Palace won this one out 2-0 winners, and West Ham pick up this red card. Now listen, that second yellow, like, lawless. Those ones just piss you off. Because honestly, that second yellow could have been a straight red. Really,
no, it could have been a straight red. I mean, the boot to the face. Yeah. At the end of the grand part, it's like, you ain't helping the cause out, man. I just got to the goddamn club. You're gonna kick a man in his face. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of thing is that? Yeah. Horrible. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Crystal Palace again, more cold actually, more cold. Yeah. But Crystal Palace is starting to come in a bit of form right now. Last couple games, and a man like SA and those guys are doing the thing. So yeah, red card, but well deserved. It was 2 yellows, and like you said, that last one definitely could have been a red card.
Yeah, man, could have been, man. Seriously, man.
Kick a man in the jaw.
Then we have Brentford taking on Liverpool. Bloody hell, this was like flipping the. This was like flipping. What's that? Three Little Pigs story.
Yo, man, let me tell you.
Puffing and trying to blow down this house,
Yeah, I could not imagine. I kept checking the score 0-0, 0-0, 0-0. You know, I mean, wow. And again,
my heart cannot take these things, bro, mate.
Yeah, man.
Oh my days. Listen, again, Brentford. Always value for money in the day. Always value for money in the day. They always play a good match, all the rest of it. But boy, Now, again, I said it before. With the new manager coming in, when Klopp leaving, Klopp set the table very nicely for the manager. So
I mean, come on,
they've exceeded my expectations. No, they've exceeded my expectations, but I knew we were going to do well. But they've exceeded my expectations. But matches
exceeded
like this,
everybody's expectations. Let's
like
put some respect on that guy for sure.
Oh yeah, matches like this where you pull out a win out of seemingly nothing. Listen, cream rises to the top, man.
Listen, those are the game changers.
Those are the games, man.
And I'll tell you right now, I mean, this guy, that's another guy, I said, damn, this guy, if this guy learns how to finish, right?
Oh yeah, he's a problem.
I mean, he's gonna be. He can pull off Haaland numbers. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he has the ice cold veins he needs, because notice that finish. First one was instinctive. Anything that's instinctive, it's just if he has to think about it, it's a problem. Yeah. But I mean, he always when he gets his chance, puts himself in the right positions. So I mean, I love his work ethic. I love his instinct for getting the right. Like he's like a Jurgen Klinsmann will get in the right places. But I mean, Jurgen's obviously doing the business. Yeah, he's not doing the business yet.
He's not.
I mean, he has potential. His upside is crazy, man. And that's the thing. You have a man like Darwin Nunez coming off the bench. I mean, you're going forward. You guys are just, the depth is crazy. So, I mean, it is ironic that 0-0, and what is it? It was an extra time. It was an extra time. You know what I'm saying? You're able to do that. Darwin Nunez come on, super sub and do the thing. I mean, there you go.
And of all people to score as well, because obviously, he's been lambasted all over the place. And confidence-wise, it's gonna be great for him. But yeah, as you said, like if he's finishing instinctively, then he's fine.
Nasty.
But it's like when he has the time or the rest of it, he's gonna make he will make the wrong decision. But at the same time, his runs and the effort he puts in, and then the track he does,
you can't be mad at him.
He puts in a shift. He comes and he puts on a he puts in a shift each and every time. So you have to rate him.
Can we get him on a phone call with Rashford? I didn't even call Rashford, please.
Well,
Rashford's no longer our buddy. We'll talk about that later.
We'll get into that one. But but he always puts in a shift. So I'm very, very happy it was him that flipping managed to turn it around. Eat it in for a bit. Hopefully, it gives him a bit more confidence. Just kind of do a bit more. But yeah, man.
And then beyond that, really quick, that was a battle. I mean, that was a close call. And really quickly on Brentford side, we just want to shout out Mbuemo. He just broke Ivan Toney's record for most goals in the Premier League for Brentford. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. They didn't miss a beat. You think you're missing a guy like Ivan Toney. Mind you, he was injured last year a lot. But I mean, for this guy to come in and do what he's doing, I mean, and it's a testament to this guy too, Frank. I mean, the manager,
Thomas
Frank, man. I mean, I love this manager. I saw him from day one when obviously they got promotion, they came to the league. Where he carries himself, the structure, you see what they're trying to do. So yeah,
he has an identity when they're playing for sure.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Absolutely. So speaking of managers, now we got to talk about a manager who's in some hot water right now, man. Seriously,
man.
This manager's not won since beginning of December. We're
December
talking about
3rd.
Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy, the smartest dressed manager in the Premier League. But listen, hey, smart dress can only get you so far, you know.
No, I know.
Boy, listen.
I mean, but it's a tough game. You know, first of all, Leicester. Remember, these guys just got promoted back to promoted back to the Premier League. They were already in a horrible run of form.
It's a tough game in a tough league, though. You mean so?
It is.
At some point,
you
sign
up.
out.
No, at some point you have to try and figure some way of surviving because right now, I mean, it's not looking good at all.
They're in the 19th place right now, so
I mean, Southampton, they're gone. You know, that's a wrap.
Yeah.
But for these guys right now against Fulham, I mean, I don't know what to say. For me personally, everything would have worked out better for everybody. All right.
Van Nistelrooy said at United.
Yes. But we'll get into that a little later on. We'll get into that a little later on. But yeah, that's what it is right now. I mean, they're fighting for their lives. He's got to find somebody to do something. They're just lacking that attacking threat. Jamie Vardy, like 65, trying to do a damn thing. God bless.
He still does occasionally.
No, he does occasionally. And no shout at you. I mean, a shout out to Jamie. You know what I'm saying? He stayed with his team when they're relegated and is back up. But anyways, let's get on to now this game, which is the opposite of the Brentford Liverpool game.
Yes.
These Gooners. Yeah, oh my days. Arsenal and Aston Villa. I mean, Arsenal just coming off a FA Cup loss to us, you know what I mean? Being eliminated and a whole lot of hoopla around the team and what's going on. They're eliminated from this, eliminated from that. Not sure what's going to happen. They have a chance to get back into the Premier League.
In the ranks.
Yeah.
A lot of supporters are saying,
oh my God.
It's Arteta the one.
As for AFTV,
Arteta the one.
It's crazy, right? They're saying since he signed this big contract, he just mums the word. He's just all, you know what I'm saying? He's happy camper. You know what I'm saying? He's not this aggressive guy. But I mean, ironically, you know what I mean? They go up 2-0. And with goals from two people who they've been calling out. Kai Havertz missed some crazy chances against us. And he's been missing crazy chances. At Martinelli, you know what I mean? He scored 15 goals, I think, 2 seasons back, and he just hasn't seen anything. Because without Saka in the lineup, it's been a major problem going forward with scoring goals.
Saka's out, Jesus is out, so it's problems.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus is always out, but you know what I mean?
It's problems.
But yeah.
To go 2 goals up, To go 2 goals up.
At home.
You mean at home. Now, at the same time, you're playing against Aston Villa, and I've said it a long time already, Unai Emery have a lot of time for this manager. Quality manager. He knows what to do, when to do, how to do. You know what I mean? Like he's on point.
Yep.
So again, going 2-0 up against Aston Villa at home though, to come for this game to end up 2-2. Mates.
These are the moments that Liverpool is going to talk about. Because I think Liverpool gone through right now. Right? These are the moments that Liverpool's going to talk about and Arsenal's going to talk about. Because,
not say nothing.
Because, I mean, these guys are looking at 1 point. You know what I mean? And next thing you know, they come and they win 2-0. Arsenal is looking to close the gap. They're up 2-0. I mean, this is going to come back to haunt them. Yeah. And you know what? I mean, that second goal was criminal from a guy named Thomas Partey. I mean, he left out of everybody. You leave a guy like Ollie Watkins alone at the back post. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. A guy who played for Atletico Madrid, these guys, all they do is play defense. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, he knows what he's doing and he just had a mind fart. I don't know what he had. But anyways, that's what it is. 2-2. That's it.
Let's talk about that handball, man. Like flipping VAR, flipping...
Yo.
You know what?
You know what?
I'll give credit to VAR for doing their bit this weekend. I'll give them credit for that because, honestly, there were some calls and decisions that were correctly.
Yeah.
You mean like so? Yeah. I mean so. This, when Arsenal scored that 3rd goal, thinking, okay, they won the match, and Havertz handball. So
that's a huge thing. I mean, my gosh, man, what a sucker punch, man. That's crazy. So yeah, I mean, that is a massive call for them. Kai couldn't get his hand out the way. I mean, these guys pressuring, but just couldn't get it across the line. So, I mean, that's what it is. VAR was right.
They were on point. They were on point this week.
They were right.
We'll give them credit because I cussed them out when I'm ready. So we're on point this week.
We go organize with them.
Let's roll into Sunday now. This is the battle of the managers. It's the battle because listen, David Moyes has gone. He's gone back home like the Lion King.
Yeah.
The king has returned.
The king has
gone back to Everton. You mean?
Yeah.
And then
big edge. But listen, as for the Spurs,
Imposter Coglu.
Yeah, Imposter Coglu.
New name. Bloody hell, man.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it's a problem. I mean, it's a problem. It's a problem.
When Everton comes through, so Everton won 3-2.
Yeah.
All right, and man like Calvert-Lewin, showing some great form. Finally
showing something.
Finally, my gosh.
Showing something.
But Everton won 3-2 at home, and David Moyes, obviously they need to jumpstart something. That relegation battle is real.
Mate, honestly, I feel like Everton is going to be like a yard man right now. They're not going to go down.
Them not go down.
Yo, Everton's
Them not go
down.
down. Yo. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
They're not having it.
I'm gonna lie.
They're
They're
not
not
having
having
it.
it.
They're not
No,
having
but
it, bro,
listen. At the end of the day, David Moyes. I mean, look at West Ham now. They wanted to get rid of him. I mean, he knows what he's doing. He's been around the block. I think he's gonna get him across the line for sure. As for the Spurs, I mean, my goodness, between us and the Spurs, I mean, it's just a joke thing. But yeah, I mean, these guys, he doesn't want to get rid of. He's not changing his philosophy. The high line is just burning them all through the night. You know what I'm saying? High line. You know what I'm saying? This high line that's burning it all through the night. But he's not changing his tactics. And but we got to talk about that goal.
To me, honestly, it looks like he's out of his depth. Really and truthfully, it looks like he's out of his depth. Like I get you have your philosophy you want to play,
Right.
but to me, it looks like you don't have the components for it.
No.
So you have the way that you want to play, which is all well and good, but if you don't have the parts for that the way that you want to play,
The ingredients.
Then you have to adapt.
Then you can't. Yeah.
You have to adapt to what you have.
Like back to the kitchen, man. You don't have the right ingredients. You're not gonna cook what you're trying to make.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I don't know what to say.
He's trying to make filet mignon, and he's got burger meat. He's got burger meat, man. Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
So I mean, they're in 14th place, I think, right now. I mean, it's really bad over there.
It's looking bad.
And
And
they're quiet. Remember, this is the transfer window. And,
Yes.
So I mean, there are some ties. Apparently, they're looking to maybe get a striker, but they need to figure something out because it's a bad thing.
If I'm, Daniel Levy's not a fan of flipping running money all over the place, anyways. But if I'm Daniel Levy, I'm not giving him no money.
No,
to do what? It doesn't make sense.
All I know is Harry Kane's like, thank God I left the goddamn club. Harry Kane
doesn't make sense.
That's all I know. Harry's like, peace.
But my goal of the weekend came in this match.
Yeah, Kulusevski.
Yeah, Kulusevski's
cool finish, man. Yo, let me tell you.
I love it.
He had 3 people.
I love it.
In front of the goal and the keeper
running back.
And the keeper.
A nice little chip.
And I mean, the touch was brilliant, man.
Nice
To just float in. It was a beautiful goal. Man, definitely the only bright spark for that team over there. Because Son missed out. He was in the 6-yard line. He missed.
Yes.
He had a great chance. But anyway.
Let's get into the next match.
Hold on.
Hey, listen, you better mask up.
Hold on. Mask on right now. Yo.
You better hide the face.
Hide
the shame. Hide the shame.
Oh my goodness.
But listen, there shouldn't be no shame though. It shouldn't be no shame because Brighton's been coming to. Listen, since Brighton came up to the Premier League. Since Brighton came to the Premier League, Old Trafford is coming like Disneyland to them. It's their happy place. Like
Let me tell you something.
They've been loving it up there.
Yeah, they've been loving it right. They have been slapping us up, bro. And they come in there like a side thing and just doing their business and leaving. No problems. You know what I'm saying? No questions asked. And you know what? It's just real problems right now. At the end of the day.
Leaving dirty dishes in the sink.
Yo, listen. Listen. 3-1 at home. We lost. This is I'll tell you how horrible it was. We had 1 shot on net the whole game at home against Brighton. And it was a penalty kick. All right? This is our worst record since 1890. We haven't lost 5 consecutive home matches since 1890. All right? So, I mean, it's bad. But we still repping, you know what I'm saying?
But
the bottom line is
2-2 against Liverpool, so that's all right.
Listen, we drew 2-2 against Liverpool. And we slap up Arsenal. And we beat Man City. So you know what I'm saying? We dealt with the boys we need to deal with, and we just have
small wins.
Yeah.
Small wins.
But I mean, real talk. Obviously, we know there's major problems with the club. We were so close to having the biggest embarrassment of our life. I mean, it should be 6 losses at home because we were horrible against Southampton, who only have 6 points. All right. 2, they have 1 win and a bunch of drops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it wasn't for a mad thing. Thank God for this guy. A hat trick in the last, up to the 82nd minute, we were being outplayed the whole time against Southampton. So I mean, it's just a horrible shit show, and it's the same thing.
Ingredients, right? Ingredients. So the manager has his way he wants to do, but he doesn't have the right ingredients.
No, he doesn't have the right ingredients. You know what I mean? And to our point about Van Nistelrooy and Leicester, you having major problems there. Amram's having major problems here. This all goes back to our ownership group, Ineos and the Glazers. The Glazers, don't even talk about the Glazers. These guys just sitting there collecting money. We needed to get them out a long time ago. But the point is, these guys begged Amram to come mid-season. He said, I don't want to come mid-season. I want to come at the end of the year so I could set everything up and figure everything out. These guys said, come now, right? Van Nistelrooy at least was getting a bounce off the players.
He got a few results.
Yeah, he got a few results. Yeah. But, I mean, at least he was letting them play under the same format, right? So, I mean, he says he's not backing down. And a massive headline. The man told everybody this is possibly the worst Man United team in the history of the league, which is crazy.
Now,
You know?
as a supporter, when you hear the manager saying that, what's your reaction to that? Like, are you seeing what the manager's saying? Are you vexed he's saying it? Like,
I mean, if the truth be told,
stop stuttering, boy.
Yeah.
He's stuttering.
Yeah, man, this thing is it's emotional, man. It's emotional. Yeah, no, truth be told, I mean, it's true. I think it's true. Reason being, the amount of money that's being spent, the chaos behind the scenes with the ownership
behind
groups,
the scenes problems.
right?
Yeah.
That between all of this right now, it is the worst team that Man United's ever. Because I mean, you have to think about it. We had a team that got relegated. We got relegated in 1972 and 1974, but they didn't have a payroll.
He's on a history team.
You know what I mean?
He's on a history team, bro.
We got relegated, but that team was horrible. Like they didn't have the payroll, like the amount of money we just spent.
No, but hang on a second.
And then for them to spend money after Ten Hag, you know what I'm saying? After we knew we wanted to get rid of him, and I mean, it's just the buys. Like I mean, the worst. I think this guy might be like this Anthony player, 80 million.
Hang on a moment. You can't compare like payrolls from.
I mean, I get it.
Decades ago to like now.
I know where you're gonna go with that.
But at the same time, yes, you do have a lot of players that have not been doing the biz. And as you mentioned, Anthony wasn't 8 million. He was more than that. It was like 110. Anthony was
80 million euros.
Anthony was
80 million pounds.
Anthony was a big money buy, and a lot he got brushed under the rug. Whereas Darwin Núñez now was 85 million. It was like, oh, he's not scored 85 million. Blah, blah, blah. Anthony's been.
He's been at Man United. I can't remember if it was 120 or 80, but
I feel like it was 110.
It was criminal. It's criminal. So I mean, yeah, and there's two things why I think he said that. So I agree with him saying that for two reasons. He's taking a shot at the players. He's taking a shot at the ownership group. A transfer window again is happening right now, and nothing's happening.
But he's not. You're not getting rid of people. You're not rebuilding the team in January.
No, you're not rebuilding the team in January. But he still has to take a shot at the ownership group and say, listen, you see what's going on here, right? I didn't want this. I was waiting. I wanted to come at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying?
So
but you have me
when
here.
this backfire on them? Like as far as like so as a players now, you think the players are going to react negatively or positively?
I think most of them are tomatoes, and we need to get rid of everybody. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, you know. Unfortunately, man, like the character and the backbone, and again, it's a different system for them. But I mean, I think the people with character, true heart, they're gonna be like, nah, man, I'm not taking this, because the truth of the matter is, I mean, against Liverpool, against Arsenal, I mean, you saw a different hunger to play against these guys. I don't know why these guys can't turn the switch on. You can't be a part-time lover. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do all the time. So the showing. Because all we're asking you is win 50-50 balls, press properly. You know, we're not saying you're going to be incredible players, but look, you can't lose. The way we're losing is just criminal. So, yeah, that's what it is right now. We are on the track. But you know what the joke is? Even in our worst season ever, with the worst team ever, you know what I'm saying? In the last 2 years, you know what I'm saying? We've won more than Liverpool. You know what I'm saying?
So, Anthony,
you know what I'm saying?
2022, Anthony... It costs 95 million.
Listen, this guy wants to brush over what I'm just talking about. We already know about Anthony.
Euros.
The point is, you know what I'm saying? This year, believe it or not, we're still going to win a trophy. And that's what's so miraculous about this. These guys, last 2 years, ain't won no trophies. You know what I'm saying?
Proofs in it.
Put some respect on it. You know what I'm saying? Even in our worst, we still winning. All right, so I just want to let people know that right now. I'm mad thing. Brah.
Bookmark this video. Proofs in the pudding at the end of the season.
Listen, watch me. Europa or
match.
FA Cup?
Nottingham Forest.
Thank you very much.
Nottingham Forest.
Thank you very much.
Nottingham Forest versus Southampton. Nuno Espirito Santos. Mate.
Nuno!
He's refusing to go away. He's refusing to go away.
Listen, come like Leicester all over again right now. I mean, this is incredible.
Not so much as Leicester, but
I mean, you know what I'm saying.
He's up there. I know what you're saying,
you know what I'm saying?
But he's up there.
What a feel good. Listen, these guys were just was it last year? Was their first season back in the Premier League. So, you know, really ran through two or three managers, right? So the second season back in the Premier League. Right now they're sitting on third. I dare say they're in the title. I won't say they're in the title race.
No, they're in the race. You're up there. You're in the race.
Yeah. Okay. So let's call it whatever.
Because if Arsenal's in the race, then they're in the race.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's true.
Yeah.
So if you're saying that Arsenal's not in the race, then they're not in the race.
No. Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, we gotta give kudos to this team, man.
You have to.
Unbelievable. And you know, you gotta shout out the Aussie. You know, Chris Wood. I mean, this guy was Deadwood. You know what I mean? And now this man is finishing. I mean, he's just a brilliant striker.
Now he's polished wood.
Now he's polished wood. I mean, unbelievable what he's doing for them. He's scoring goals when they need the goals. But the overall philosophy, and these guys are just believing in Nuno. I mean, shout out to Alanga too. I mean, former Man United man. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
the whole team's doing amazing.
I said a while back, Spurs' biggest problem was when it was Nuno versus Harry Kane, they backed Harry Kane. They should have backed Nuno. Because I would guarantee you, if they backed Nuno, Spurs would have won something by now.
You think Nuno?
100%.
So you think Nuno could have got a tune out of Tottenham, right?
100%.
Yeah, much better team.
Much
better team.
A million
Yeah,
percent.
I know. I agree.
A million. You ship out Harry Kane back then and let Nuno run that team.
Oh, yeah.
Spurs have won something by now. I guarantee
No,
you.
I know.
Guarantee you. He's
It's
a
tough
quality
call.
manager.
Tough call. It's a tough
Mate,
call.
nah, he's a quality manager. Man.
No, of course he's a quality manager. I'm saying from the Tottenham, because they're trying to balance, and they have to, and this is where your business etiquette has to come into sense. Because at the end of the day, the fans are Harry Kane. You know, they don't want to see this guy go.
No players bigger than the club.
No, that's the way it's supposed to be.
No players bigger.
Who said that first?
No players bigger.
Ferguson.
No players bigger.
But it's true. It's true. So I mean, at the end of the day, I'm so happy for him. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, he did an amazing job with Wolves. Didn't get a fair shot really at Tottenham, and now now it's incredible. Right?
I think Spurs dropped the ball in that one big time.
And
Because now look what they're doing.
Yeah.
Come on, you're gonna tell me they wouldn't rather have Felipe Nuno Santos over?
You think?
Impossible.
Big guy, Impossible. Yeah, 1,000%.
Mate, come on, man.
Yeah, man. So I mean, they ain't going anywhere right now. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Southampton.
I love to see it. So now they're gonna hit the looking like they may, if they can stay in there. Nottingham Forest may potentially be in Champions League next season.
That's insane.
Mad.
And I have a good friend of mine I work with. We're actually gonna get him on the thing. He does the infotainment for Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
We're gonna get him on the show. Machi, I know you're so happy right now,
man.
but we're gonna get him on the show. We got to interview him for sure.
Champions League at
Can you
Nottingham
imagine?
Forest?
I mean, I'm really happy for them.
Come
You
on.
know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then
Last match of the weekend, Ipswich versus Man City. Boy. Before we get into the scores, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk this contract. Do you know what? Let's do the scores first.
Yeah, let's do the
This
score
contract thing is gonna I need to kind of go on a little levels with this.
Okay, so let's talk about the game. Man City showing their form it's against Ipswich. 6-0. Phil Foden back on his thing. I think it's 6 goals in 6 games for the last year's Premier League Player of the Year. And he's looking good. De Bruyne is looking like he's picking up the stride.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's just too late, but you know.
The maddest thing was Haaland didn't score to the 5th goal.
Yeah, I know.
that's the maddest thing, man.
Yeah, no.
He didn't score to the 5th goal.
Didn't score to the 5th goal, but I mean 6-0 against Ipswich. I mean, we'll see what's up. And shout out to Jamie Peters. You know, Ipswich. You know, having a tough goal obviously there.
Let's see Ipswich stay up though.
I would love to see Ipswich up, and I love this guy Delap, this player that they
Liam
got.
Delap,
Yeah, this guy. I mean, what a player.
Yeah.
So I mean, and their home atmosphere is amazing. I mean, electric. So shout out to Ipswich. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jamie Peters. But yeah, Man City looks like looking like they're coming into form as Champions League comes around because Champions League they have some work to do in the Champions League.
They have a lot of work to do in Champions
because
League.
it's that I mean it's that or nothing, right?
Yeah.
Really, pretty much, right?
They have a lot of work to do in Champions League. But let's
Unless
talk about this contract, man. 9.5 years.
Wow.
9.5 years.
I had to look twice in him.
Yeah.
I had to look twice.
9.5 year contract for Erling Haaland. 525 a week.
Yeah, 500.
Which is
stupid money.
Mad money.
Mad money. But I mean, at the end of the day, what he's done since he's come to the Premier League.
He's for it, but again, it's an obscene amount of money, right?
Obscene
for the next 9.5 years. So kudos for him for getting out of range. But my thing is, again, I've said it already. I feel that Man City had this drop off because they're looking at being relegated, based upon. No, I'm serious. Based upon
I know, but I got that.
Based upon the charge and stuff I feel like they're looking at being relegated, and that was kind of hanging on the players' heads, and that's kind of where everything kind of dropped off. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, you've given Haaland this contract. Everyone's like, okay, well, it's because Man City know that they're innocent and they're looking towards the future, blah blah blah. If you say so. Mm-hmm. My thing is, you give him this contract, but now also you have issued or you've removed the release clause. His contract before had a release clause. I think it was about 95 million in there for his release clause. So any club could have put up that money, and Real Madrid was sniffing around at a point.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So they could have put up that money and said, okay, boom, we're taking him. He would have said, yep, I'm out of there as well. Right? You've now removed that. So now Man City get to set their price for him. Right? So Man City get relegated. Haaland, will he stick around? You mean? Let's be serious. He may not, depending. If they go down to the championship, he may say, okay, I'll stay for the 1 year.
Right.
If they go anywhere lower, he's like, nah, I'm out of here.
I mean, they're not going to go anywhere lower. I can't see it going anywhere.
Mates.
I can't see it going anywhere lower if they even go. But it's going to be some serious. I mean, 115 charges, as we know. What he's talking about, the 115 charges, at the end of the day, there's going to be some kind of punishment. I mean, from way lesser, Everton received deductions, and who else received deductions
not
last year?
enforced.
And not enforced, exactly.
But hang on, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Let's say.
Remember, did they sue? They sued the Premier League.
Yeah,
did that go?
No,
that's
not going to.
All right.
But what I was going to say is, let's say they get relegated, and they get a point deduction for the championship, which is like going to be an instant. Let's say they get a minus 20, minus 30 point deduction. That means it's going to be 2 years in the championship. Is he going to stick around for 2 years in the championship? Do you know what I'm saying?
No.
So potentially, you may not be bouncing back. So now it's going to end up being about, let's say, call it 4, potentially 5 years out of Champions League. That's as a player now. You have to look at it like that.
Yeah, no,
right?
It's true.
So when you're looking like that now, is he going to stick around? No, he's not going to stick around. So then you look at, okay, teams going to want to buy him, right? You can then be looking at, in a situation with Man City, because again, it's a money thing, do they sell him to a friend over in Dubai and stuff like that?
In the meantime.
For big money.
Yeah.
To help balance out the books.
But the only thing is, I can't see him going.
Hear me out. Send him over there, balance out the books.
Yeah.
And then he comes back in the January to somewhere else for reduced amount. But now, as far as Man City goes, they got the money. So as far as, like, you mean, like, they're
just
looking
for January,
paper,
just for a quick bust.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you
So
see
you
what
just
I'm
said to January.
Mates.
Yeah,
Mate,
I mean,
potential's there for all of that, mate.
There's a lot. I can't wait to see what comes of this. I mean, we have to wait and see. At the end of the day, I mean, this is a Chelsea contract. You know, bigger than Chelsea, because Chelsea was signing people for 7
years.
They just, in order to run with the FFP, to make sure everything's above board with that. But I'm still surprised that man signed. I mean, it was 500,000, but damn,
9.5 years, bro.
500,000 a week, 9 years is a lot of time. Yeah,
that's essentially the rest of his
prime time. Yeah, it's prime time. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But I can't wait. I would love to see these guys just actually get justice. So whatever it is, I hope it's something serious.
Yeah, man. And, man. Let these charges
and the Premier League has the cojones to move forward with it. So. We'll see what's up.
I feel
because it's gonna be a joke thing. If they don't, this is gonna be a joke thing. It's gonna
be like the
everybody's watching this right now.
Yeah, the contract as well is a challenge to the Premier League. They're saying like, we're giving this guy a 9.5-year deal because we know we're gonna be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Premier League has to be like, no. Catch you later. You mean like go hold his seat for a little bit. They have to do that. They have to. So I don't know. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. 9.5 years, bro. 525 grand. And Pep's only signed for 2 years.
Yep, that's right.
And I don't know if that's even gonna last for 2 years. Like he's already had like off the field situations and issues and stuff, right? So he may only have like another year left in him because obviously he's gonna want to like flip and just take a break for a second and just breathe. So, mate, who knows, man?
We'll see, man.
Who knows?
Winning has a way of
changing that for sure.
Changing everything
for
right
sure,
now.
For sure.
So we'll see.
But on the flip side of it, relegation will have a very negative impact.
Yeah, massive.
Right. So yeah, man. Take the wind out the sails.
115 charges, so I can't wait. Speak up! You know what I'm saying? We'll see what's
Order in the court.
Order in the court, man.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, man, that's what's up, man. But anyways, this is what it is. Your Footy Scoop Premier League weekend recap.
Fix.
Brah! Boom! Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Six.